Hi everyone, my name is Charlie Garcia and we are the Group 5. Our topic is all about endocrine system and maintenance of the body. This presentation aims to disseminate what the topic all about. Additionally, you will be given the opportunity to have knowledge and know some facts information in this topic. We, your reporters, the Group 5, are expecting more and our coaches should participate more and write everything down to get more lessons during our discussion. Without further ado, let's begin. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to A. Compare control of body functions with the nervous system and endocrine system. B. Distinguish between exocrine and endocrine glands. C. Compare the two chemical classes of hormones based on their solubility. D. Know the maintenance of life. And last, letter E. Learn how to maintain life. As girls and boys enter puberty, we start to develop striking differences in our physical appearance, our behavior. Sabi dito, perhaps no other period in life so dramatically shows the impact of the endocrine system in directing development and regulating body functions. Kana bitaw, di ba sa babae is pag mag-grow siya kay mag-grow man ang age, di ba? Ang mapansin ana sa iya is ang tutoy. Di ba? Ang sa tutoy sa babae. Pag sa lalaki naman po is, di ba? Kung dati kanang ang tingog is di pa kaayo siya kanang tarong, ay may kanang baka siyempre kay bata pa siya. Pag nag-grow na ng age or moabot sa time nga ulitaw na is, di ba mapansin is magdako ang diri which is moto siya ang Adam's apple. Moto ang mag-change sa lalaki. In girls, estrogens, moto siya promote accumulation of adipose tissue in the breast and hips, sculpting a feminine shape. At the same time, or a little later, increasing levels of testosterone, yun sa boys, testosterone in boys begin to help build muscle mass and enlarge the vocal cords, producing a lower pitch voice. So ayun, sinabi ko kanina, yung mag-change yung voice, tapos yung sa babae is, di ba, mamungkol ang tutoy. These changes are just a few examples of the powerful influence of endocrine secretions. Less dramatically, perhaps, multitudes of hormones help maintain homeostasis on a daily basis. Letter A, comparison of control with the nervous and endocrine system. Hormones regulate the activity of smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, and some glands, alter metabolism, spur growth, and development, influence reproductive processes, and participate in the circadian rhythms. The glands and the organs that make hormones and release them directly into the blood so they can travel to tissues and organs all over the body. The hormones released by the endocrine system control many important functions in the body, including growth and development, metabolism, and reproduction. So, kato nga ang glands o organs ang gahimo sa hormones. Means, sila ang release sa direct na blood para mag-spread siya all over sa atong body. The nervous system controls homeostasis through nerve impulses and neurotransmitters, which act locally and quickly. The endocrine system uses hormones which act more slowly in distant parts of the body. The nervous system controls neurons, muscle cells, and glandular cells, while the endocrine system regulates virtually all body cells. So means the endocrine system works together with the nervous system to influence many aspects of human behavior, including growth, reproduction, and metabolism. And the endocrine system plays a vital role in emotions. I will give the floor to Mr. Jasper Halandone to explain to you the endocrine glands. Jasper?
Good day everyone, my name is Jasper Halandone and I will discuss to you the endocrine gland. The body contains two types of glands, exocrine and endocrine glands. Exocrine glands secrete their product through ducts into body cavities or into body surface. Endocrine glands secrete their products into extracellular spaces around the secretory cells. The secretion diffuses into capillaries and is carried away by the blood to get a target tissues. Endocrine glands release hormones into the bloodstream. This let the hormones travel to cells in other parts of the body. The endocrine hormones help control mood, growth, and development, the way our organs work, metabolism, and reproduction. The endocrine system regulates how much of each hormone is released. This can depend on level of hormones already in the blood, or levels of other substances in the blood, like calcium. Many things affect hormones levels such as stress, infection, and changes in the balance of fluid and in mineral in blood. Locations of many endocrine glands also shown are the other organs that contains endocrine cells and associated structures. Endocrine glands secrete hormones which circulating blood deliver to target tissues. So there are 8 parts of the endocrine system. First is hypothalamus, second the pineal, the pituitary gland, the thyroid, parathyroid, islet of Langerhans, and reproductive glands. First, I will discuss to you the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is in the lower central of the brain. The hypothalamus gathers information sensed by the brain, such as the surrounding temperature, light exposure, and feelings, and sent into the pituitary. The pineal is in the middle of the brain. It secretes melatonin, a hormone that may help regulate when you sleep at night and when you wake in the morning. The pituitary gland is at the base of the brain. The pituitary, often called the master gland. The hormones it may control many other endocrine glands. The pituitary gland make many hormones such as growth hormones and prolactin which activates milk production in women who are breastfeeding. So, sa growth hormones, ang example ani ay atong pagtaas sa ato ang or pag-grow sa ato ang mga bukog o sa ato ang mga tissues. The thyroid is in the front part of the lower neck. These hormones control the rate at which cells burn fuel from food to make energy. Thyroid hormones are important because they help kids and teens bone grow and develop, and they also play a role in development of the brain and nervous system. Parathyroid. Attached to the thyroid are 4 tiny glands that work together called the parathyroid. They release parathyroid hormones which control the level of calcium in the blood with the help of calcitonin. Adrenal gland. These 2 triangular adrenal glands sit on top of each kidney. The adrenal gland have 2 parts, each of which make a set of hormones and has a different function. The outer part is the adrenal cortex. It makes hormones called corticosteroid that help control salt and water balance in the body. The body responds to stress, metabolism, the immune system, and sexual development and function. The inner part is the adrenaline medulla, also called as adrenaline. Adrenaline increases blood pressure and heart rate when the body is under stress. Islets of Langerhans in pancreas make insulin and glucagon, which are hormones that control the level of glucose or sugar in the blood. Insulin helps keep the body supplied with stores of energy. Reproductive gland. In guy, the male gonad or testis, they secrete hormones called androgens. These hormones tell a guy body when it's time to make the changes associated with puberty, like penis and height, growth, deepening voice, and growth in facial and pubic hair. A girl gonads. The ovaries, he make eggs secrete the female hormones. Estrogen. Estrogen is involved when a girl starts puberty. During puberty, a girl will have breast growth, start to accumulate body fat around the hips and thighs, and have a growth spurt. Hormones activity. Hormones affect only specific target cells that have receptors to recognize. The number of hormones receptors may decrease or increase. Circulating hormones enter the bloodstream. Local hormones act locally on neighborhood cells. Ang example sa hormones activity is kanang kapara sa kung gayong na itong growth hormones, nagatabang siya pataas sa atong bukog o sa atong tissue. Isa pa sa example is kanang nagapadidi, kina-activate sa hormones para mag-produce siya og milk. O lastly, ang example good ani is gina-repair ang samad or ginapahil ang samad.
Control of hormone secretion. Hormone secretion is controlled by signals from the nervous system, chemical changes in blood, and the hormones. Thyroid gland produce a hormone that regulates the rate of metabolism of chemical changes that take place in cells that produce energy. Thyroid gland is a small organ that located in the front of the neck. Dito. Tapos, wrap around the windpipe. Kanang mura siya kanang gibalutan. Tapos, it's shaped like a butterfly. Kanang dere, napudyo dere, kaya pong shape. Tapos, gusto nga. Then smaller in the middle with two wide wings that extend around the side of your throat. The thyroid gland. Kanang dere, asya dua dere, tapos balik na kunik dere para gaway, minugway dere para maggunit dere. Para magforma siya butterfly. Pituitary gland, the so-called master gland that manufactures several hormones of great importance in physical growth and development. Diri siya kay ginatawag siya og master gland kay makontrol ni kay karang diri sa kuan sa pituitary gland. The gland is called master gland in hormones it produces. Control so many different processes in the body. Example, makontrol na ni kamot. Boss, kontrol niya maglakaw ka. Siya ginatawag na master kay murag bali makontrol niya ang tanan. Gonads, which are responsible for the bodily change in boys and girls at adolescence. Gonads are the female and female reproductive system. Ang sa male kay testes, ga-produce siya og sperm, og sa babae kay bali kanang murag essential lang siya sa mga sexual ang leg ko sa ovaries, tawag na ovaries ba? Basta ovaries. Development of endocrine system. The development of the endocrine system is not as located as in other systems because endocrine organs develop in widely separated parts of the embryo. The pituitary gland, adrenal, medulla, and pineal gland develop from ectoderm. The adrenal cortex develops from mesoderm, and the thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, pancreas, and thymus develop from endoderm.
Let's talk about the maintenance of life. Life depends on the availability of water, food, and pressure. Why water? Water is the most abundant chemical in the body, required for many metabolic processes such as transportation of cells and body material. It regulates body temperature and makes up intracellular and extracellular fluid. Second is food. Food provides the body with needed nutrients. Food needed for the energy, raw building materials for growth and repair, and to regulate chemical reactions. Oxygen helps releases energy from the food, and also heat product of metabolic reactions and muscle movements that controls and maintains the body temperature. Third is pressure. Pressure is a force applied to something. Atmospheric pressure is needed for breathing. Hydrostatic pressure is needed to move blood through blood vessels or our blood pressure. Both the quality and quantity of these factors are important. Homeostasis. Homeostasis is the maintenance of a stable internal environment of the body. All organisms must maintain a constant internal environment to function properly. It includes the temperature, the pH, acidic or basic, the salinity or the salt level fluids. To maintain life, human must perform the following. First is digestion. Digestion is the process of breaking down ingested food into simple molecules that can be absorbed in the blood. The nutrient-rich blood is then distributed to all the body cells by the cardiovascular system. Second is excretion. Excretion is the elimination of carbon dioxide by the lungs and the elimination of nitrogenous waste by the process of removing excreta or waste from the body. Third is growth. Growth occurs when constructive activities occur at a faster rate than the destructive is an increase in size of a body part or the organism. It usually accomplished by increasing the number of cells. However, individual cells also increase in size when not dividing. For true growth to occur, constructive activities must occur at a faster rate than the destructive ones. Fourth is maintenance of boundaries. At the cellular level, membrane for the whole organism, the skin, maintaining boundaries. Every living organism must maintain its boundaries so that its internal environment remains distinct from the external environment surrounding. In single-celled organism, the external boundary is a limiting membrane that encloses its contents and admits needed substance while restricting entry of potentially damaging or unnecessary substances. Similarly, all the cells of our body are surrounded by a selectively permeable membrane. Additionally, the body as a whole is enclosed and protected by the integumentary system or skin, which protects our internal organs from drying out. Fifth is metabolism. All chemical reactions occurring in the body, metabolism depends on the digestive and respiratory systems to make nutrients and oxygen available to the blood and on the cardiovascular system to distribute these needed substances throughout the body. Metabolism is regulated largely by hormones secreted by endocrine system glands. Sixth is movement. Movement includes activities promoted by the muscular system such as propelling ourselves from one place to another by running or swimming, and manipulating the external environment with our nimble fingers. The skeletal systems provide the bony framework that the muscles pull on as they work. Movement also occurs when the substances such as blood, foodstuffs, and urine are propelled through the internal organs of the cardiovascular, digestive, and urinary systems respectively. On the cellular level, the muscle cell's ability to move by shortening is more precisely called contractility. Walking, throwing a ball, riding a bicycle is one of the example. Seventh is responsiveness. Responsiveness is the ability to react to stimuli. A major role of the nervous system, irritably, is the ability to sense changes in the environment and then respond to them. For example, if you cut your hand on broken glass, a withdrawal reflex occurs. You involuntarily pull your hand away from the painful stimulus. It is not necessary to think about it. It just happens. Likewise, when carbon dioxide in your blood rises to dangerously high levels, chemical sensors respond by sending messages to the brain. Controlling respiration and your breathing rate speeds up, because nerve cells are highly irritable and communicate rapidly with each other via electrical impulses. The nervous system is most involved with responsiveness. However, all the body cells are irritable to some extent. And last is the reproduction. Reproduction provides new cells for growth and can occur at the cellular and organismal level. In cellular reproduction, the original cell divides, producing two identical daughter cells that may then be used for body growth. Reproduction of the human organism, or making a whole new person, is the major task of the reproductive system. When a sperm unites with an egg, a fertilized egg forms, when then develops into a baby within the mother's body. The reproductive system is directly responsible for producing offspring, but its function is exquisitely regulated by the hormones of the endocrine system. Because males produce sperm and females produce eggs, there is a division of labor in the reproductive process, and the reproductive organs of males and females are different. So that is all about the maintenance of life. Thank you so much for listening.